another episode. Welcome to Back to Alcohol Content. You are here with me. I'm starting with me first because I'm yellow. I'm Austin. You love me. I'm the host. We got Ryan. He's got the hat again. The dude will not stop wearing this hat.
Corona.
Did you muster up the courage for that?
Oh my gosh. That's what I was waiting for. That's what that long pause was for.
Colonel Mustard
I'm not
in
gonna
the
edit it out
ballroom
so I
with
can
the
punish him for
candlestick.
that. We got Rick.
Yay.
And today,
Sailing Rick.
ooh, we got a fancy little
Got
shirt
little
there.
Sailboats on
That's
the
what I
shirt.
do.
Ew. So we have a whiskey here. I have brought this to the table. This is a blend of many a whiskey. This is High West. It is their campfire whiskey. It is a bourbon. It's a rye. It is a Scotch whiskey. What the hell are we doing here, folks? Because this is supposedly a campfire. It smells like a campfire. I kind of sniffed it beforehand. Rick, do you got any more deets on this
No,
bad
it's
boy?
just it's High West. It's 92 proof. I think. What did you spend for this?
This was a $74.
$74 for it. So it's High West out of Park City, Utah.
Utah.
And it is pretty unique. It's three different. It's a bourbon. It's a rye.
It's a
We
boo right.
And we could,
we
and
go.
then also
A booch.
Scotch, literally Scotch in it, and it's a peated Scotch, but not from Islay, not from the island of Islay. And so it was supposedly the inception was the owners of High West went to Bruichladdich Distillery in Scotland, and they really enjoyed things there, and so that sort of inspired injecting some Scotch into their bourbon rye.
And we are big fans of Bruichladdich. We did an
Yeah.
episode of their what was
Is
the
the summer whiskey?
our
Summer whiskeys,
summer
yeah.
whiskey episode? What was the
Yes.
Scotch that we tried from Bruichladdich?
The classic Lottie.
The classic Lottie,
Fantastic.
of which Ryan countered me when I said there's not a better $50 Scotch than this. So
Yeah.
It is good. It is
it is
very
good.
good.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, pretty unique. I mean, they're
But
definitely.
the Scotch that they put in here is not from Bruichladdich.
no,
No, it's not. It's undisclosed,
I don't know what the
and
hell
it's not
happened
from.
there.
And it's not from. It is peated, but it's not from the island of Islay, which that's where a lot of the peated. The heavy
it would
peated
be
Scotch comes
badass
from.
if they told you where the Scotch came from, and if it came from Bruichladdich, I would hope that they would say it was from Bruichladdich. So I like the idea of this whiskey. I purchased it. I like the idea of it. Okay, but transparency is key. High West, if you're watching this, transparency. Everyone who drinks your stuff, like us, wants to know where it comes from.
Well, they source most of their stuff.
Yes. So
That's what I'm saying. So
but
where?
Most of the time, if you're sourcing your whiskey, you don't want to be transparent. Is what I've noticed.
But if you're advertising Scotch
yeah.
and you're saying you're
Agreed.
influenced by Bruichladdich,
Agreed.
come on.
right. So
Agreed.
no undisclosed for Scotch, but the rye is from MGP. So it's the classic. The part of this that it's rye is the classic 95% rye, 5% malted barley. So the part that's rye is a really high rye.
Yeah. Okay. Which it makes sense, because you're trying to cut through some peat. This is definitely peaty on the nose.
I'm getting peat, but I'm also getting the classic Scotch, sort of salty, Band-Aidy.
Yeah, the Scotch
Mm.
comes through a lot, which is kind of. I mean, it's not surprising in the terms of like the scent profile of smokiness, but like Scotch, the proof much lower.
I'm getting a little butterscotch. There's
I get a
elements
little Play-Doh as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
to me, and some rye spices coming through. But to me, this is sort of like a little bit. There's elements a little Old Pulteney 12, but then elements of some rye coming through from me, some American rye.
So
On the nose, on
I'm
the
getting
nose.
like vanilla ice cream and peaches. As like when I take a deep breath in, there's something I can't identify and something sweet, and that's the best way I can describe right now is ice cream and peaches.
Well, I just had a sip, and I'd say
Like a smoked marmalade.
no. On the sip, there's a smoked sort of vanilla, French vanilla over peaches with smoke.
I don't get peach at all.
I get a little. That's to me. That's where the sweetness is coming from. Some ripe fruit, apricot, peaches, something like that.
Marzipan.
Apricot kind of makes more sense. The little bit, the bitterness that apricot has, or the rind, not the rind, but like when you eat an apricot, there's a little bit of bitterness. That's what I'm kind of getting on this. This is really peaty.
It's really interesting. Well, so it's really peaty compared to anything American.
For sure. This is not a peated Scotch.
No.
This
is an intro to
has
peated
the
Scotch.
elements of peated Scotch. But yeah,
It's a good intro.
if you are a bourbon fan and you're like, I don't know what Scotch is, and I kind of want to try some peated Scotch because everyone talks about all these smoky things. Well, this would be a great intro for you because I think it does bridge the gap. It takes all the things that America makes, rye whiskey, bourbon, and now you add some Scotch in there. Now you're on your way to
The bourbon
Scotland.
sweetness keeps showing up for me, but it's always sort of like Purple Rain. There's always that peated smoke, which hence obviously they named it Campfire. This is unique, and I like this. I like it quite a bit.
This is a great camping whiskey.
I think so. And it's not just because it's Campfire. It does work. I go backpacking all the time. Trust me. This is a great whiskey. This would be fun to share around the fire, and just
Maybe
enjoy
have
it.
a cigar around the fire.
Yeah, with the smokiness, it might be able to keep up with a cigar. The one thing that's worrisome about this bottle is the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$74.
Yeah.
I
That's a detractor for sure.
for a blend for something that's really unique. It definitely is unique, but wow, that's above the price range of some real heavy hitters that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But it is unique though.
Yeah. So by all means, if you are interested in something that's blended, that's like, Scotch and rye and bourbon, go ahead, pick it up if you got the money. It is interesting. If you like Scotch, this actually might be a good intro into
Bourbon.
for Scotch drinkers, right?
It's the middle ground.
Yeah, this is a really good middle ground. It has elements of both, and it's not bad. I don't regret buying this. I'm a little disappointed it's not blowing my mind. For $74, I expect to be really enjoying something.
To be blown.
Yeah, I expect to have a good time.
Blown by the campfire.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Maybe if you maybe go try it if you want it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you gotta go out and get it, but if you like this video, who knows what I'm gonna say? Okay, I'll do anything for a like at this point. Like the video, subscribe because you want to see more content like this. We'll do random stuff like High West. We'll do random stuff like whatever. Okay, let us know in the comments if you want us to review something. Outside of that, I think we're done.
Cheers.